Man is back.
Oh, oh my gosh, the man got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. And it's another Fortnite gameplay. So you all know what time it is. It's starting up this Saturday, and this is E3 season right here. So that's what I'm talking about. So here's what's going to happen. Do not expect a video from me next Wednesday. I will push it back to next Saturday. So obviously this one came out on a Wednesday, but next week's video will not be out on a Wednesday because E3 will still be going on. There will more likely be some last minute news and reveals from E3 and things of that nature. All of that will take place, as far as my video, that will take place that Saturday where everything is done E3 related. But what I'm going to do right now is give you guys my top 10 questions and answers for E3. And this is for what they show on stage. This ain't E3 overall, but this is what they show on stage. And then next week, I'm going to cover E3 based on what was revealed throughout the entire E3 showing, whether it was on stage or not. And then the week after, it will be back on Wednesday as we will take a look back at these 10 questions and answers. So, with that said, let's get on with it. Let's start off with, and before I get into this, and I'm going to say that this year's E3 could possibly be the worst one because a lot of things, once again, was revealed by trailers. So, for example, the new Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and the Let's Go Eevee games were revealed early. Battlefield 5 was revealed early. Call of Duty's Black Ops 4 was revealed early. And then, you know, there was other games that were revealed early. Not to mention, there was that Walmart Canada leak where they leaked a crap ton of games that they expect will be at E3. So, this year's E3 could be the worst one of all time. But let's get on with these questions. The first question is this. PlayStation 5, is it finally time? And I think no, it's not time for that, not yet. The word is that we won't see that for another 1 to 3 years. Not to mention that Sony will do its own conference that is not in June. Plus, and you know, you remember how they did with the PS4? I think it was the PS4. They did that conference in February announcing the PS4 that would come out later that year. So if they do a PS5, it's going to be the same format. Plus, with the PS4 Pro released a year or two ago, it's too early for a PS5. So don't expect a PlayStation 5 anytime soon, to say the least. All right, question 2. Of all the games confirmed so far, which game or games will be the biggest? A little bit of favoritism here, but obviously Kingdom Hearts 3. That takes the top spot here. It will be playable at E3's rate. It's already playable. You know, they had a premiere event where Cynical, you know, I forgot his name on YouTube, the gamer joint. He went over there and played Kingdom Hearts 3, and we got some game with footage of that. A lot of footage of people playing Kingdom Hearts 3 was shown online. So it's going to be playable at E3 as well. The Last of Us Part 2 could give KA3 a bit of a challenge. And then, of course, there's Super Smash Bros. For the Switch, which is on the list as people are apparently getting what they wanted for a while now. And that is Smash on the Switch, like I said. Now, if this is Smash is a port from what we got on the Wii U, then this will not beat out Kingdom Hearts 3 or The Last of Us 2. If this is a brand new Switch game, then The Last of Us 2 is out. Like, they have no shot at this. Another game that is a sleeper is, well, not another game, but a game that is a sleeper is Anthem. And it depends on how EA and maybe Microsoft as well presents this game. Of course, we got to add the Division 2 and that Spider-Man games as underdogs. The Spider-Man game looks amazing, but not much is going on there. And of course, the Division 2 is interesting because the first game was good at the start, but it soon died out. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the Division 2. But for me, Kingdom Hearts 3 would take the top spot. Now, question number 3. Which game or games that are not confirmed will be the biggest? Oh, obviously this would be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Those two take the top spot for me. You know, they was announced this past Tuesday. Well, I mean this past Tuesday. I mean yesterday. I mean last week Tuesday. And it blew up Twitter. Like Twitter blew up. Another one is Metroid Prime 4 as well, as it was mentioned last year. And that one will be on the Switch. So obviously this is also something that people wanted. Final Fantasy VII Remake is another one. And it's also in the contention as no words were shared on this game for a while now. Probably because of Kingdom Hearts 3. And then of course we got Red Dead Redemption 2 on the list. This is Rockstar that we're talking about here. So obviously this is going to make a lot of noise, assuming that it is shown at E3. So that's also in contention. Also, we got a new Assassin's Creed game, which I believe will be called Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Sound like Super Mario Odyssey. So that's pretty interesting right there. And the last one was really good, even though I got it and never played it yet. So this one could be as good as well. So it's going to be a tough one because there's a lot of games I confirmed that are really good. So again, Final Fantasy VII Remake, the 2 Let's Go Pokemon games, and of course Red Dead Redemption. And am I forgetting anything else? I don't think so. But those games are the ones that could be the biggest. Oh, and Metro Prime 4. Yeah, that one as well. All right, so question 4. What would be the king of the shooters based on E3? So basically right now, Fortnite, which is the game I'm playing right now, which is the knockoff of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, aka PUBG, is the king. Fortnite is the king. It took that crown over from Overwatch, and because of the success of PUBG and mostly Fortnite, Black Ops 4 and I believe Battlefield 5 will include Battle Royale mode, and I heard rumors that Crackdown 3 may have this as well. This would not work for Battlefield 5 due to how its fan base is. It may work for Call of Duty though, but I don't know. So this, therefore Fortnite must do something at E3. We know that Fortnite will be at E3. Fortnite could come to the Switch, but they need to do something else alongside with that. And Overwatch have completely fell off. So if an Overwatch 2 is announced, which could happen, that would put it back in the running. So right now it's Fortnite at the moment, but it have to do something major aside from bringing it to the Switch and making it cross-platform capable. All right, question number 5. Will EA give us a reason why NBA Live will take the basketball crown from NBA 2K? To be honest, I hope so, and I think they will. A lot of people, based on what I saw and experienced myself, complained about NBA 2K18. That game was so bad that I am hesitating on getting NBA 2K19 day one. But it won't be as easy as that for EA. They will need to do a few more things before more people can take NBA Live more seriously. All right, question 6. What will Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo do? Well, Nintendo barely won last year, so let's start with them. Because of the leaks, here's what to expect so far. So obviously Fortnite, like I said, Fortnite I think will come to the Switch. We also gonna get an Overcooked 2 game, Paladins, Dragon Ball FighterZ Z could also come to the Switch. That and Fortnite would be huge. Starlink Battle for Atlas, Mario Tennis Ace, which would be a good one, and FIFA 19 would be on the Switch. So like I said, Fortnite and Dragon Ball FighterZ Z are huge for the Switch, especially Fortnite if cross-play exists. Mario Tennis Ace is something no one should sleep on really. The other games are bland though. Also, a Star Fox Racing game is bland as well, but it could be coming for the Switch. Also, like I said, we talked about the Pokemon games. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee will be coming out this November, but more likely they will make their appearance at E3. Also, don't forget there's another Pokemon RPG game that is coming to the Switch next year, 2019. So an announcement here would make sense at E3. Also that we got in addition to that, rather, expect more on that Metro Prime 4 and that Smash as well. And they could show off the Nintendo 64 Classic Edition. So remember, they got the NES Classic Edition, the Super NES Classic Edition, which is something that I have, and then the N64 Classic is next. Now here's the deal with those Classic Editions. They never show those off at E3. So I sincerely doubt they'll show up the Nintendo 64 Classic, but it's worth mentioning here. And hopefully something Punch-Out related as well. Now let's move on to Microsoft. And I'm not really expecting much from them. So Rage 2 and Forza 5 were already leaked, so expect that. Crackdown 3 is expected. Possibly a Halo 6, something from Platinum Games, and a Puppet Dark game from Rare. Expect the showing of Anthem, Just Cause 4, Battlefield 5, and a Below game. And there's Gears of War 5 and possibly a Sunset Overdrive 2, which would be interesting, I will admit. And then finally, Sony. So expect the usual. We're talking Spider-Man, Death Stranding, hopefully gameplay, The Last of Us Part 2, hopefully with a release date, and Ghost of Tsushima. Expect another remaster of a classic game, because we've seen it before with Final Fantasy VII, Crash Bandicoot, and Shadow of the Colossus, and a few others. I'm expecting a Siphon Filter remaster game, but it could be Ico, the Gatorade, Ape Escape, or something else. But expect a remastered version of a classic PlayStation game here. Expect Call of Duty Black Ops 4 obviously to be shown here, along with Dreams, The Division 2, Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition, Days Gone, and Spyro Reunited Trilogy. Also, Red Dead Redemption 2, and yeah, I did say Spider-Man already. Okay. So, yeah, there you go with that. Now, let's move on to the next question, which is question 7. What to expect from the other 4? Ubisoft won last year, barely, so I'll start off with them. So, Rainbow Six Siege may get esports recognition because that game, even though it's not exactly in the hunt, in the race for the top shooter, but it's still popping. So, expect for that game to get esports recognition. Skull and Bones may be shown here along with The Crew 2. I still don't know why that exists. The Division 2, obviously. We also got Splinter Cell, Beyond Good and Evil 2, and maybe Watch Dogs 3. Expect another Just Dance game as well. Yeah, that. Alright, so Bethesda came in second last year, so there's that. So they already announced Fallout 76 a few days ago. I don't know why they did not say that for E3. That is so stupid on their part. So expect more of that here. Rage 2, another Elder Scrolls Legends and online expansion, DLC for Prey, Wolfenstein 2, and or The Evil Within 2. Also, Wolfenstein 2 could come to the Switch as well, so look out for that. Now, for a number of years now, I have wrongfully predicted that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming. I'm not doing that this year. I read that that particular game is still long ways away. So I ain't expecting that this year. And we could see Doom 2 as well. All right, moving on to EA. EA could have an interesting show here. They will show Battlefield 5 again. I mean, they shown it already. Why not wait to reveal at E3? So again, so stupid on their part. Anthem could be shown here. And of course, The Sims 4 seasons, since it will be released this month. So why not show that here? And of course, expect the usual sports games. So I'm talking about Madden, FIFA, NHL, and NBA. NBA Live will be interesting though, because NBA 2K is going downhill pretty quickly, as I mentioned, because of how bad NBA 2K18 was. Another Star Wars game that is not Battlefront related, more on a Way Out, a Way Out game, due to how fun it looks, and you know it actually kind of popular. I will admit that. And how about Dragon Age 4, Skate 4, a new Burnout, or a new Dead Space reboot? That could happen as well. So we could see any of those, or better yet, how about Titanfall 3? Yeah, that would be nice actually. Titanfall 3 would be dope. And then lastly, we got Square Enix. They had the worst showing last year amongst these 4, but they could bounce back here big time here. The biggest game is obviously Kingdom Hearts 3. So their Kingdom Hearts concert, the Orchestra, whatever, is starting in LA again this month. And word from Square Enix is that they will reveal a release date for this game early this month. So I don't know if it's before the concert start or at the first concert, which is again taking place in LA, or it could be at E3. I recommend that they say that announcement for E3 to get the people jumping, and they could easily win it. So moving on, they have to show Final Fantasy VII Remake. They have to show it here. Also, we got Life is Strange 2. That could be coming. Along with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Just Cause 4, that Avenger game that was announced last year, and New Deus Ex, something Dragon Quest related, the TWEWY Final Remix game, and hear me out on these here. A new Theft, a new Sleeping Dogs, a new Legacy of Khan, and Nier 3? Bruh, they announced Nier 3. Woo, that's going to be crazy. Question number 8. What game or games will make me puke and start a riot if announced? Alright, they cannot mess this up here. They have to show fighting games. I don't care what it is. Smash, Street Fighter 5, something. They have to show something here. Also, Square Enix cannot have a crappy showing like they did last year. So, if they avoid those two, I will not be puking, nor will I be trying to start a riot for E3 this year. Question number 9. Which video game company outside of those that make systems will have the best showing? So it would not be Ubisoft this year as they won it last year. Based on my predictions for them, there's not a lot here that made me go, oh man, they're going to take over again this year. I don't see it. Now, even without Elder Scrolls 6, Bethesda could still win. And EA, they in the running as well, depending on what they show and what they don't show. Because again, they, you know, Battlefield 5 maybe, Anthem looking pretty good. Also, you know, NBA Live could do something in terms of the crown, for best basketball game and things of that nature. So, and of course, they got a lot to show. Like I said, Titanfall 3, a new Dead Space reboot, new Burnout, Skate 4, Dragon Age 4. They could do some damage here. But I'm going to go with Square Enix because if they show the release date for Kingdom Hearts 3, show something Final Fantasy 7 Remake related, or one of the games that I lastly listed in my prediction for them, you know, so like Nier 3, Thief, or Sleeping Dogs, or Legacy of Kain, they show one of those games along with the Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3, I think Square Enix will win no matter what anybody else does. If they do not show one of those games, if they do not show one of those games or Final Fantasy 7 Remake, it could go to either Bethesda or EA, depending on what EA shows. But I'm rolling with Square Enix mostly because of Kingdom Hearts 3. So, question number 10. Nintendo. Back-to-back champs over Sony and Microsoft? Well, let's look at it. Microsoft really have no shot here. I do not see them winning here unless they do something extremely unexpected that is positive. Now, if Sony shows Kingdom Hearts 3 and or Final Fantasy 7 Remake, or a really good game from Square Enix, like for example Nier 3, then they'll win without question. But it's been years since they shown really anything Kingdom Hearts 3 related or Final Fantasy 7 related. So I don't think they're gonna do that. So therefore, Nintendo got a lot of firepower here that is expected, and even more in their back pocket. So I'm going with Nintendo to win it all this year over Sony and Microsoft. So those are my 10 questions and answers for E3. Now remember, I will not have a new Fortnite video next Wednesday. That would be pushed back for Saturday. Not this Saturday, but you know, the following Saturday. And then I would come back that following Wednesday where I would look back at these 10 questions and answers and see what I got right and what I got wrong. So with that said, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, the new J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.